Today's topic is matrix representation of a linear transformation, a matrix representation of a linear operator. Okay, when we want to represent a linear operator in the form of matrix, there is a special procedure for that, and that is, suppose we have two vector spaces V and U, but in this case, while we are studying the matrix as a representation of linear transformation, we will consider only one vector space V, and we say that T is a linear transformation from V into V, from V into itself. This is not V into U, this is V into itself, V into V. So suppose we have a linear transformation V into V, and suppose this set U1, U2 up to UN, these make the basis of the linear, the vector space V. It means that every element of V can be written in the form of a linear combination of all these elements. So this provides, this make a base for the vector space V. And now as every element of V is mapping into some other element in again the set V, therefore the images of set V is also in V. This means that suppose U1, U2 up to UN are different elements from the set V, then T of U1 is also in set V, T of U2 is also in set V, T of UN up to such all elements are again in V, because V is a T is a self mapping. Now as we have said that this is a linear combination of V and all these elements are the elements of V, therefore each of these elements can be written in the form of the linear combination of these U1, U2 up to UN. So I will represent every of these elements, this one, in the form of linear combination of this. Let me represent TU1 as a linear combination of the elements of this set. So I will write this as TU1 is equal to, for example, A11U1 plus A12U2 plus A13U3 up to A1NUN, where A11, A12 up to A1N, all these are scalar values belonging to the field which is associated with the vector space V. So this TU1 was an element of V, and I wrote this element as a linear combination of the elements of this set like this. Similarly, I am taking another element from the set V, that is TU2, and also TU2 belonging to this will be spanned by this set. I mean, it will be written in the form of the linear combination of this. So similarly, I write TU2 as the linear combination of this. This will be written as A21U1 plus A22U2 up to A2NUN, where A21, A22 and all up to A2N are the elements of the scalar set. And similarly, all the elements coming in this way, proceeding in this way, all the elements up to TUN are written in the form of linear combination of the elements of this, because this is the basis and this is how we define basis. Now since I have defined, I have explained, I have written all the elements of all the images of V in the form of the linear combination of this basis. Now we can easily convert this into the form of the matrices according to this definition. This definition says that the transpose of the above matrix of coefficients denoted by this is called the matrix representation of T. For now, to understand easily, skip this line, this 2 commas, the values written in between these 2 commas, skip this one so that you can easily understand the definition. The transpose of the above matrix of coefficient is called the matrix representation of T. If I write all these coefficients A11, A12 up to A1N, similarly A21, A2, only the coefficients, not the elements. If all these coefficients I take its transpose, I mean this A11, A12 up to A1N are written in the form of a column. Similarly, these coefficients are written in the form of second column, and similarly these coefficients are written in the form of n column, and this makes a matrix. So this we call the matrix representation of this linear transformation, and this new matrix will be represented by M of T with the basis S if you understand that this is only the representation that is a set which is the base, then you can skip this, you can neglect this by writing, and you just say m of t and do not write in this if you understand it easily. So yes, let me you can say that I will write this set in the form of this, where this is the first column, this is the second column, and this is the third column, and we will see that we can say that columns of this matrix are the coordinate vectors of tu1, tu2 and up to 2n. This is an example which better explains all this scenario what we have studied in the definition. For example, a linear transformation f from R2 to R2 is given. These are the sets of all order pairs, and linear transformation is defined by f of x is equal to 2 of this one you can see here. And now suppose the set of the bases is this one base is u1 and the other base is u2. This is the basis which make this vector space R2, for example. This is given, and now I want to convert this linear transformation into the form of a matrix. For that, if for example this is u1, then I will find then if this is u1 and I map this f on it, again f is from the R2 to R2, so if u1 belongs to R2, f of u1 will also belong to R2, so I can say that f of u1 belongs to R2, and I will write this f of u1 in the form of linear combination of the elements of this u1 and u2. So if I say f of u1, okay, for your understanding I will write this 1 2 as a column so that you can understand it easily. So f of u1 mean f of 1 2. This u1 is written in the form of a column. So f of 1, now apply this mapping f on this u1. So this is x, 1 is x and 2 is y. Put these values over here. You will get 8 minus 6 by applying this operating under this definition. You will get 8 minus 6, and if you are getting 8 minus 6, for example, you write it as x into 1 2 plus y into 2 5. What is this 1 2? This is u1, and this is, what is this 2 5? This is u2. So I have written this f of 1, this is f of 1 actually, this is what? This is f of 1. I have written this f of 1 in the form of linear combination of u1 and u2. And what is x and y? These are those two coefficients which we have written in the form of a11 and a12 and things like this. Okay, so this is actually a11, this is a12, and so I have written this f of u1 in the form of linear transformation, linear combination of the elements of the bases. Now if I make it in the form of equation, this becomes x plus 2y is equal to 8, and 5y plus 2x is equal to minus 6. These two equations are made, and solving these two equations you will get two values of, one is value of x, that is 52, and other is the value of y, that is minus 22. Note these two values. These are the coefficients a12 and a11 and a12. This is the first achievement. Now I am coming towards the second step. We will be following the same steps for, if we have done this for f of u1, the same steps will be followed for f of u2. And clearly you see that f of u2, while getting through all this process, the value of x become 129 and the value of y become minus 55. This was a11, a12, this was a21, a22. And now if this a11, a12 becomes column number 1, and this a21, a22 become column number 2, so the coefficients of these linear combinations makes the columns of a matrix, and such a matrix is actually the matrix representation of the linear transformation F. Therefore I can say that this linear transformation has been represented as a matrix. This is how we represent a matrix as a linear, this is how we represent a linear transformation as a matrix. So this was a clear and simple understanding of linear transformation represented as a matrix. The rest we will study in our online class. Thank you so much.